Nigeria has always been known to be the giant of Africa. Charles, I'd like to ask this question. In what way are we leading the continent? Because our country economy at the moment is deteriorating. Okay, even though the president has come out to say that we are on the path of recovery. But that seems not to be the case because many Nigerians today are not really feeling the policy impact of this administration. In what way do you think Nigeria is actually leading when our crude oil production output has declined in the month of March? How best can you react to all of this development?
Yes, we are a real giant of the continent. One, in terms of our size, you cannot rule that out. Not just only size, with the quality of our human resources. We are the giant of Africa. They are looking at the natural resources again that the Almighty has bestowed on us. We are a giant of Africa. And the only problem Nigerian has been having that the average Nigerian is not seeing it. We do expect it a matter of leadership. Once we have the right leadership in the country, you will see all these endowments, natural resources, human resources, when they are harnessed properly, the average Nigerian will see it. And by extension, our West African and African neighbors will also see the impact on it. Imagine if the kind of business has been done in the border between Nigeria and Cotonou, and when that border has issue, you can see the effect on our neighboring community. In fact, I was even privileged to be in the northern borders in Borno State, Lake. You can see that Nigeria is really the hub. People come from all over Africa to Nigeria, whether it is in Maiduguri or whether it is another international market in Lagos. So you can see that we have an impact in terms of business, economic, politics on the African continent, as long as our leaders will enhance this and make use of it properly for the benefit of the average African person.
All right, then now let's shift focus now to the next story. Now, this is also coming from another international monetary lending platform, and this we're talking about the International Monetary Fund. It seems that the global attention is now on Nigeria at this period. I really do not know why. We just talked about World Bank talking about giving his own 2 cents about the state of Nigeria's economy. Now the IMF is saying that the current tax break and also costly subsidy being taken by the federal government is going to have a detrimental impact on the productivity of the risk sector, as this will not yield the necessary result expected from the risk sector. Charles, how do you react to it? And do you think that giving tax break and tax incentive to organizations in the country is not something that we should applaud at this point in time? How do you react to this?
Yeah, thank you very much. This is a very critical report. I must again commend the IMF, for this kind of report. It shows that for every economic policy to really work, there must be a balance. We are not saying tax break is bad. They are not saying that or subsidy is also bad. But they are saying there must be a balance. And how do you get that balance? It's not rocket science. It is not plus or minus. It is not exact. So it is left for the economic manager to think with it. So people with it, choose with it, and see when we are achieving the desired objective, then we can stay with it. Look at the subsidy. Fine, you remove subsidy is good, but we are seeing the negative impact. That's why I'm saying we have to find a balance. And the only way you can find a balance right now is to see the impact of the ones you have done. If you are seeing the positive impact, then you can ask, okay, let us gradually remove this subsidy, or at this stage, we cannot even remove subsidy completely. Because I will tell you, all over the world, from time to time, every government comes to intervene in certain sectors. Critical sectors, when they see there are issues, and they know that those sectors are going to impact meaningfully on the average citizen. So they begin to intervene in those sectors in terms of subsidy, tax break, and all that. And that is what exactly we expect this government should do. It's not going to be easy, it's not going to be overnight, but yes, with this policy direction now, with this support from IMF, we can begin to look at it, and critical and of course with integrity, honestly, we will see that we will get to where we want to get. Kudos to IMF for giving us this correct and real reports, because this is what we need. It's not telling, because they know in terms of their country, they still subsidize certain critical activities just to make the average citizen comfortable.
Charles, I'd like to get your own thoughts on this. In your own opinion, do you think that industrial policies such as this is a panacea to slow economic growth in Nigeria?
Again, like I said earlier, it is a matter of balancing. You know, it's a matter of balancing. So if you are able to balance this, your policies very well, these are the what you are seeing, then of course it is fine. However, it should not be taken for granted, because you grant tax waiver, you must be sure that yes, these companies are really in the critical need for that subsidy that you want to give to them, so that it will be beneficial to them. And of course, it should be based on empirical data, so that whatever subsidy or whatever tax break you are giving, it's really supporting the industrial sector and the youth sector. But at the same time, it's not going to be forever. It will get to a level, to a point where your indicators will show that you can say, yes, you can stop some of those policies and all that. So for me, this is the only way we can do to ensure that whatever industrial policy that we do will get a meaningful effect. Of course, we are told to also invest in innovation and capacity building, so that our managers will understand what is actually going on in our economy and manage it properly.
All right. So OPEC now has come out to say that Libya has taken over Nigeria as the largest crude oil producer in the continent of Africa. And this is because Nigeria crude oil production witnessed a second decline since the beginning of this year, dropping to 1.231 million barrels per day in the month of March. Charles, how do you react to this? And what ripple effect do you think this will have on our revenue generation, knowing fully well that crude oil is now the mainstay of government source of revenue generation and foreign exchange earnings?
Message. When I wasn't surprised of this report, because we have seen it, the challenges the security agencies have told us, even the NNPCL and all those involved in protection of national assets when it comes to that our crude oil. You know, yes, I wasn't surprised. Yes, because we've been expecting it to be some challenges, you know, in this sector and all that. So yes, it's going to impact on our revenue generation, and of course, directly, it's also going to impact on the average Nigerian citizen, because what the so-called government, whether from the federal, state, will collect now by reduce as compared to other months. So we can now see that our security agencies should buy into this to know that whatever losses we have in then securing our oil and gas pipeline assets is critical for our survival aspiration. This is kind of need to call for attractively, so that all these things are involving the people bunkering, doing this one, doing and all that. We are seeing that our production quota, we cannot meet it. It's a shame that with all the military hardware that we have, that are expected to safeguard our oil and gas assets, we are taking a reduction. What is the justification for having some private security and also our military getting involved in protecting this asset? So for me, it's a clarion call, not only to the government, but also to the average Nigerians to see that we all have a role to play. Be a national asset or a pipeline, oil and gas passing through your community. It is your responsibility. Without government telling you, so protect it, because at the end of the day, it's going to be revenue for the country. But at the same time, the government should also be very responsible to see that these communities are also taken care of properly, so that at the end of the day, they will appreciate the community for taking care of this pipeline, at the same time creating a solid relationship with the various stakeholders, because we need to increase our production of oil and gas, at least for now, to earn the necessary foreign exchange that we require to stabilize our economy and our national currency.
All right, now let me take it from your last statement now. Foreign exchange earnings now. We are seeing some kind of appreciation in the naira and some kind of stability in the foreign exchange market. Now, with a depleting oil production quota, we're even struggling to meet OPEC quota. Now, with this development in place now, don't you think that the volatility that the Central Bank of Nigeria is trying to wade off in the foreign exchange market will gradually come back again, bringing the dollar to have more confidence against the Nigerian naira.
Yes, that fear is there. It is real. And that's what we are saying. Monetary policy alone cannot solve the stability of the naira, the value of the naira. It has to be a combination of monetary policy and fiscal policy. The fiscal policy, of course, is the government, the security, and government spending, government security, budgeting to ensure that we are also working on that aspect of the economy. So CBN will continue to play their role. And the only way they can play their role is when we have enough of these dollars coming in. And if there's a reduction in our production, not between our quota, then of course, reduction in our revenue. Again, there's also a clear call for the market of the economy to look at other sectors of the we have said it here. We need to look at our non-oil sector very well to see that it's just like an individual. You don't need to have all your basket, all your eggs in one basket. You must have a diversified portfolio. So Nigeria as a country, we must diversify our revenue source. Yes, oil and gas is good, we'll take it, but we also need to look at other areas in the economy that can equally generate more revenue for the Nigerian economy.
I'd like to really get your thoughts on this now. Tantita Security Outfit is being paid billions of naira by the current administration to safeguard our pipeline and then stop this idea of this initiative about oil theft in the country and pipeline vandalism in the country. With the collaborative efforts of our security agencies and Tantita Security Outfit, do you think that these guys have really done enough to safeguard this national asset? And then on the other side, shouldn't there be a review of this contract with Tantita Security Outfit? And better still, Charles, for someone who has much interest in this sector, what could be the best way to safeguard this national asset so that we can continue to politicize oil theft and pipeline vandalism in the country?
Yeah, thank you. It's a very big one, and I can share your sentiments. Yes, if I give somebody a contract and I expected certain results, and if after a review period I am not getting that result, I will be tempted. Not even said I will be okay. I want to review the terms of this contract. I said, to have the challenges. What is happening? So I want to continue this contract. This is your KPI, your key performance indicator. And if the Tantita is not able to meet at least one or several of those KPI, then for me, I will advise a review of it. But if they are having challenges that are beyond their control, then of course I will call for more collaboration with other security agencies with Tantita to see that the challenges they are having is taken care of again. And of course, all the stakeholders and proper monitoring of this oil and gas assets. Because I cannot tell you all the blame on Tantita. They are not doing their work. No, because we know they are trying. There are challenges that are beyond them. Then of course they should also make it known to the government because all of us are stakeholders. Whether the security agencies, whether Tantita, whether the community, whether the government, we are all, even the international oil and gas companies, we are all the stakeholders. Everybody wants to see a prosperous and rich Nigeria. Yes, I can advise for a review to see that, not saying canceling the contract, but a review, see the challenges and see what can be done to ameliorate or reduce some of those challenges they are having so that they can perform optimally.
Finally, now, let's quickly take this particular story before we wrap up this segment. Now, the Minister of Power has come out to say that the newly 225 naira kilowatts per hour being paid by electricity consumers on the Band A spectrum will reduce if the foreign the exchange rate in the country falls below 1,000 naira to a dollar. Charles, I don't know if you fall within the Band A spectrum. Fortunately for me, I did my findings and my area is not in the Band A spectrum. But then again, I find this particular report a bit worrisome because the current stability we're seeing in the foreign exchange market right now, it's not there are no signs to tell us if it's going to be sustained on the long run or if it's going to just be a one-off thing now. As it is right now, do you think that what the Minister of Power is saying is anything to go by, and should we hold the minister by his word, given the fact that power supply in the country is not really something we should be applauding the minister for?
Yes, thank you very much. I wouldn't want to say the minister is already a drumming band. There are a lot of challenges. and we are seeing the challenges, and the minister is the personification of those issues Nigerians are seeing when it comes to electricity tariff, band and no band and all that. Well, I am also lucky like you. I am not in the band play,
Oh,
so
good for you.
there is no problem.
Yeah.
But again, yes, the minister has made a very important issue that if there is a stability in the value of our national currency, then obviously, the tariff will be less because most of these things are imported and all that. So the currency rate has an effect on this tariff and economic issues generally. So now, for me, the minister is only trying to say, look, CBN, you still have a role to play. You need to continue to play that interventionist role. At the same time, fiscal policy, we still need to do more. If we want well-being of our citizens in terms of utility, in terms of getting available energy and power, even for industrial purposes, then we need to have some stability in our naira. That is what the minister is just trying to explain. And again, he does not even realize that he is one of the key persons, because without energy, there will be no industrial development, there will be no production. And without production, you will not have your value of your national currency to be respected in the international community. So all stakeholders, as I said, it's not a one-man issue. Everybody, members of the economy, must ensure and see that, yes, CBN plays their role, and of course, fiscal authorities also play their role, and we'll see with this multifaceted approach, I'm likely to see the naira being sustained, and of course, we will see a gradual reduction of the tariff being paid, and at the same time, an increase in our electricity generation. It is key. We must increase our electricity generation and maintain it in terms of consumption. That's literally, we must ensure we meter over 90% of Nigeria so that we know how much we are produced, how much has been distributed, and how much revenue we are expecting. If not, we'll continue to be in this issue.
All right, now, I need to wrap up this segment now with this particular question. So much pressure seems to be mounting on the president. There are calls for the president to reverse this decision. We've not heard anything from the presidency concerning this development, okay? All the information we'll be getting is either from NEC or the Ministry of Power. Do you think that the president will actually bow to pressure and reverse this decision?
Yes, it's a very critical one, and I will advise the president to see him one-on-one or one of his advisors that we should look at the issues critically, because I know it's a very difficult decision, and it has been taken and it's being effective. If we have empirical data that actually it is so detrimental as at this time, yes, we can advise a reduction in that tariff. Yes, but not hard cancellation. And that's why I always believe that there should be a gradual reduction in anything we want to do. So if we have seen the president not even say something is gone in the oil and gas sector, maybe it's a gradual reduction. The same thing in the oil and gas. Of course, I mean in the electricity sector, you can see that we just started with a particular band, and they want to see how it goes. So my advice would be, if there is a lot of pressure, then they should watch closely, and see the impact of this one they have just done now, only the band. And of course, if they are seeing impact, increase the production. They now see whether other bands, they can increase for other, as long as they get the necessary electricity.
Sorry to butt in, Charles. Sorry to butt in, Charles.
I'm ready to pay for it.
Hello, Charles. Sorry to butt in. The minister actually did make mention of the fact that they want to take customers on other bands to join the band A. How do you react to that? Isn't that not going to be much trouble for electricity consumers in the country?
For me, that will not be criminal, because you won't do your studies very well. You don't just wake up one day and say, okay, you are band B, now you are band A. The condition must be clearly stated. Is it the amount of energy I consume? If I cannot get, like from your own criteria, say 20 hours of electricity a day, and you cannot give me 20 hours of electricity a day, you cannot think I'm in bad day. And if maybe you give me for 2-3 days, then for the rest of the month I didn't get, you cannot tell me I qualify, because your average is 20 hours of electricity in a day. So we must take that average at least for 6 months. Then you can have a this person qualified. So be in band A. So you don't know what happens when I say you're not in band A, you're not in band B. That will not be accepted. It's for me to be criminal. And Nigerians, I urge them, we will resist it.
We'll leave it at that. Time is really not our friend, and that's the much we can take on this segment of the program. Public and business affairs analyst, also a stockbroker, a very good friend of the house, Charles Frakuha. Thank you so much for your time with me on the show this morning.
Thank you very much. Let me attend the memorial service for my sister-in-law. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Then. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. All right, folks, let's shift focus now to the equities market. Let's see what's played out. Starting off the week after a 2-day, no, I think a 3-day public holiday declared by the federal government. The Nigerian stock market reopened today, Friday, following a brief closure from Tuesday to Thursday due to the observance of the Muslim celebration. Ambrose Amoden will be joining me live virtually to give us more insight as to what will be expected today as the market kick off trading activities, today being Friday, the 12th day of April 2024. Do stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.